Today I'm going to show you something which I think is pretty cool. This intro is being transcribed by a Go program which uses text-to-speech, and this is the result. Hi, my name's Hwani Bryson, and today we're going to use OpenAI's Voice API to convert audio into text. First, we'll go through a quick rundown of how OpenAI's APIs work. Second, we're going to look at how to use the Voice API from the command line. And finally, we're going to write a Go program that can convert audio files into text. So OpenAI's APIs are made of stateless HTTP requests. You basically send a request and then get a JSON response back. To use these APIs, you need to provide an authentication token. To get this, create a login at openai.com, and from here you can generate a token under your user profile. It's important to know that these APIs aren't free, but when you sign up, you will get some trial credit. So firstly, in the terminal, I'm going to export the OpenAI key equal to the value that we generated earlier. And now I want to call that API to transcribe the following clip.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I.
So to do this, we can go curl https://api.openai.com/v1/audio transcriptions. And then the next argument is going to be post, because this needs to be a post request. And now we need a couple of headers. So the first header is going to be authorization bearer, and our bearer token is going to be the OpenAI key. Our next header is going to define the content type. In this case, we want multi-part form data. And next, we're going to provide the file form field with file is equal to recording.mp3, which is the file you see up in the Explorer there. And then the last field that we need to provide is going to be the model, which in this case is going to be Whisper1. Now I want the output to be formatted nicely, so I'm going to pipe it into the Python JSON tool. And if we enter this, we get the text response.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
So it transcribed that audio for us. Next, we're going to integrate transcription into a Go program. The library we're going to be using is called Go OpenAI by a guy called Sasha Baranov, and I'm proud to say that the transcription support was something that I contributed to his library. So we'll start by creating a new project with go mod init, and then we're going to create a main.go file, give it the package name main, and create a main function. Now we're going to set our client equal to OpenAI new client, and in here we need to pass our API key, so I'm going to go os.getEnvironment variable and pass in OpenAI_key. Now just to get the library showing up properly, I'm going to go mod tidy here, and now everything's imported correctly. Back in the main function, we're going to go response error equal to client.create transcription. Now I don't really want to cancel this call, so I'm just going to use context.background, but for the request I'm going to pass in the Whisper1 model and a file path. And I want the user to be able to choose the file path, so I'm just going to go with os.args and grab the second argument. So I'm going to jump down here and say if the error does not equal nil, then we're just going to panic with that error. Otherwise, we're going to go format print line and print out the response text. So we can save that, jump into the command line, and I'm going to call go run with that recording. And again, we're getting Saul Goodman's transcription. Another cool thing you can do is do transcriptions of other languages. So here's a clip I got from the popular anime Demon Slayer. And if I pass it into the program, it transcribes the result for us in Japanese, which is cool, but if you can't read Japanese like me, then maybe you want to translate that. So if instead of transcription you go with translation and run it again, you get the English translation of that clip. I've been really impressed with how well speech-to-text has worked with my New Zealand accent. I really love the idea of combining this with chat to create really natural human-machine interaction. I've been Hwani Bryson, happy transcribing, and I'll see you later.